Hey Dadpreneurs, Adam Dukes here doing a video from the garage. So here in my garage, you're not going to see the Lamborghini because it's in the shop. The Ferrari is getting the pinstripes put on, and then the Bentley, it's at the stereo shop getting the subwoofers put in. I kid. I want to show you something that I have in my current car, which is not the Ferrari, but a little Tesla logo. Just a little piece of paper. I printed off about 3 months ago, and I taped it to the steering wheel. And when I drive on the freeway or I'm driving around, I occasionally just kind of glance at it and visualize myself driving a Tesla, owning a Tesla, feeling that I have a Tesla. And it's really, really powerful. And later on in this video, I'm going to share a little live case study of how I used the power of visualization back in 2016 and took my dad to the Masters. It's kind of woo-woo, you know. I don't believe in I want $1 million and it falls in your lap in 20 minutes type of thing. If you have a plan and you're working it consistently and you're visualizing, it will materialize. It will come true. I honestly believe it. Every time I've visualized things and had a plan and worked that plan consistently, it has come true. So I wanted to kind of just share this video and kind of how I'm using the power of visualization with a piece of paper that I printed off from my computer with a Tesla logo. And I will have the Tesla. I have this unshakable belief. My friends and family, my ex thought I was crazy, and I have zero doubt that I'll have a white Tesla, like zero doubt. Everyone knows it about me. I mention a lot in videos and blog posts and emails and Facebook updates, social media updates, and I just have zero doubt that I will eventually have a white Tesla. Like I said, some people call me dreamers, but I'm fine with that. So I'm going to go into my into the house and show you kind of explain the whole visualization with my dad and taking him to the Masters a couple years ago. All right, bye.
Hey, okay, you just saw the little Tesla logo that I have taped on my steering wheel. Kind of dorky, I agree, but hey, it's going to help me. It's helping me visualize that white Tesla that I want, and I will have it, let's say it's October 1st tomorrow, within 6 months. Let's say within 6 months, so February, by March 1st of 2019, putting it out there on the YouTubes, on the interwebs, to have that white Tesla by March 1st of 2019. So anyways, I wanted to share another powerful story about the power of visualization. So I have a sports bucket list. I'm a die-hard sports fan. There's quite a few football stadiums that I want to go to, college football mainly, a couple pro, actually 1 or 2 pro ones. Quite a few baseball stadiums. I've been to Wrigley Field in Chicago. I went to the old Yankee Stadium with my dad in '09, the year that they shut it down. What else? I've been to Petco Park in San Diego. I've been to Dodger Stadium, the old Dodger Stadium in LA. Been to the old Tiger Stadium in Detroit. Now the new one is Comerica Park. And I probably have about 5 or 6 different baseball stadiums that I want to go to. Like I said, college football stadiums. And another thing, I want to go to all 4 of the major sports, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, championship, one of the games, or the Super Bowl, things like that. One of the things I've always wanted to do is go to the Masters, and I've always wanted to take my dad. My dad is a huge golf fan, big golfer, and his birthday is April 9th, and it falls right around the start of the Masters. The Masters is usually like the second weekend in April, and his birthday is somewhere in there. So I've wanted to do it for years. I told myself I'm going to do it, and in 2015 I started telling myself, I think I wrote it out and I would read it out daily, that I was going to take him to the Masters. 2015, April rolled around, didn't have the funds, didn't have the money to go take him to the Masters. So in 2016, I started doing something a little bit different. Not only was I writing it out, I was trying to read it out daily, but I took it a step further and I visualized it. I got a picture. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it here in a second. I got a picture off Google of a picture of, I think it's the 13th hole at Augusta National, where the Masters is played in Georgia. And I got the picture, and then my mom sent me a picture of my mom and dad at their house, and then I had a graphic designer remove the background, and then he put the picture of my dad and I on top of the picture that I got from Google, and I'll show you right here. So this is the picture. Again, this is a picture of my dad and I. Some of my friends actually thought it was real. They didn't even know it was Photoshopped. But this is my dad and I Photoshopped onto the picture of the Masters. And so what I did with this image is I used that image as my desktop background. And every day in 2016, I'd be working from here, from this desk in the computer, and I would every day I would minimize all the windows, and I would just kind of sit back and I would look at that image, and I would just really visualize us being there. I really try to use, when I do visualization, I really try to use the five senses. You know, I was really imagining the airplane ride, where we were going to be sitting on the airplane, the color of our rental car, the look and feel of our hotel. Are we going to be on the first floor? Are we going to be on the 17th floor? Is it going to be a nice room? Is it going to be a shitty room? Is they going to have a pool? The smell, everything. And then of course going into the Masters, going into Augusta, I've heard the smell of the flowers, the birds chirping and all that. So I was just really visualizing the birds chirping, the smell of the flowers, the feel of how walking in there and walking on the grass and all that, just the ambience and the looks of it all, and really, really, really visualized it every single day. Like I said, I looked at that image. And in 2016, I was able to take him to the Masters. I surprised him for his birthday. I bought the tickets. We went on a Wednesday, which was actually the practice round, which was actually recommended by a lot of people. The golf tournament starts on Thursday, and people say that it's very strict. It's very strict. There's just not much. They said Wednesday, the practice round, is usually the best day to go because it's more laid back. The golfers are more friendly. You can talk to them, get autographs if you want. But once the tournament starts on Thursday, it's really silent and it's just real uptight. So we ended up going Wednesday. The tickets were about $1,400 a piece. This was the practice round. His birthday, I think, was on the Sunday that day. Saturday. Yeah, it was Sunday. I would have loved to go to the Sunday, the last day. Tickets go up in price. I think Thursdays are about $2,000. Fridays go up to like $2,500. And then Saturday is like $3,000, and then Sunday is like $4,000 and up. Again, just for one ticket, it's outrageous. So I got to take him. It was awesome. I had a Shopify store that did really, really well in the beginning of 2016, and I was able to spend about the $3,500 it took to take him. We flew out there together, stayed in actually a hotel in South Carolina, and then we drove about 45 minutes to the Masters. So it was really, really cool, and I totally credit the visualization. It's not some woo-woo shit. When I practice visualization and I'm consistent with it, it seems like it works. Obviously, I had to do work. I didn't just wish it was going to happen. I had a Shopify store that I was busting my ass, testing multiple products, failing a ton along the way, but finally I found a product in the end of January, beginning of February that year that really took off, and I did about $84,000 in sales in February. So that allowed me to purchase the trip to the Masters. But again, I do credit it to looking at this image, talking about it, really visualizing it, really feeling it, smelling it, seeing it. Like I said, trying to get all five senses involved. And that is why I have that Tesla logo in the car. When I'm driving in the car, I'll glance down and kind of just look at that logo. Or when I'm driving on the freeway, you know, I'll pretend, hey, I'm driving a Tesla. I'm driving a Tesla. You know, it's nice and quiet. The engine's not going, you know, the big iPad like dashboard and all that. So I really, really visualize it, and I really try to feel it and do the same thing that I did to take my dad to the Masters. So the power of visualization, I'm a huge fan of it. The law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. But again, I'm not a believer of just wish for it, you know, I want $1 million and it's going to be in my fucking lap in 20 minutes. That's not it. You have to have a plan. You have to work the plan consistently day in and day out, and eventually you will get what you visualize. So I just wanted to share a real life case study of how visualization worked. Hey, if you have any cool visualization stories, I would love to hear them, and so would the community. Post a comment down below and share a visualization story with you. Hopefully it'll inspire others. It'll certainly inspire me to do the same thing. And hey, if you like these types of videos, hit that subscribe button, my face right up here, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a little notification when I put out new videos. All right, thank you.